right, to begin with, NASA co-principal Kalonzo Musyoka has come out fighting after the NGO Coordination Board claimed that his foundation was engaging in creative accounting and running secret accounts for donor funds. Addressing public rallies at Kina and Garbatula trading centers in Isiolo County, Kalonzo termed the reports as malicious, false and baseless, and a strategy by Jubilee to dent his chances of clinching the NASA presidential ticket. Our senior reporter Duncan Haemba has that report for us.
For years, Wiper Party leader and former Vice President Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has cut an image of a less controversial politician. But now the latest claims by the non-governmental organization's coordination board could open a new chapter in his political career as he battles to save face based on allegations raised against him, his family and foundation.
Huyu ameelimishwa na Kalonzo Musyoka Foundation. Kabisa. Ambayo watu wa Jubilee wananiandikia barua, wanaweka jina ya mke wangu pale na mtoto wangu na kusema sijui law tuko na foreign account na mambo kama haya, kwa sababu wanajua lazima waharibie Kalonzo jina.
A copy of a letter dated 1st March 2017 which KTN has indicating investigations on the Kalonzo Musyoka Foundation reads, the NGO's Coordination Board has reviewed the organization's file and noted that the same is in breach of the NGO's Coordination Act of 1990, NGO's Coordination Regulations of 1992, terms and conditions attached to the Certificate of Registration and its own constitution. The NGO's board is accusing the foundation's 4 directors, Kalonzo Musyoka, who is the trustee and patron, his wife Pauline Kalonzo, a trustee and chairperson of the foundation, their son Kennedy Musyoka, who is the secretary, and Martha Mulwa of running illegal bank accounts, both locally and internationally.
Na hiyo foundation imesaidia watoto kutoka jamii maskini zaidi ya 2,000. Wengine wameenda through university, wengine wako middle colleges na wanasaidia kujenga nchi yao. Mimi sina foreign account yoyote. Nawezaje mimi nikaibisha familia yangu mahali mama, bibi yangu yuko na mtoto yuko, awe ni mahali pa kuweka uchafu?
In his letter to Kalonzo, the board's executive director Fazul Mohammed states that after review of the foundation's annual reports and financial statements, the board noted various non-compliance issues, which include that the foundation has opened and is operating illegal and unauthorized bank accounts with Investments and Mortgages Bank I&M, 2nd Ngong Avenue. This, it says, is in contravention of Section 12 of the NGO's Coordination Act, number 19 of 1990, and Clause 10 of the Terms and Conditions attached to the Certificate of Registration. A second non-compliance issue is that the foundation is accused of operating a secret and illegal foreign currency account, which has been the principal recipient of all foreign currency, amounting to millions of shillings donated to the foundation by foreign donors. The Fazul Mohammed-led board also claims that the foundation's audited accounts do not reveal the identity of foreign donors, their aggregate donations, and the intended purpose of the funds. The auditing process is also alleged to be questionable. The foundation is alleged to have been audited by one auditor for over 10 years, and that instances of creative accounting have been noted from the accounts. Kalonzo was given 14 days from the 1st of March to file with the board the identity of all bank accounts held by the foundation, detailing the bank name, the branch, account numbers, and all signatories to the accounts. Certified bank statements from all the accounts operated by the foundation from 1st January 2010 to date, plus funding agreements, both foreign and local donors for all projects undertaken from 1st January 2010. Kalonzo has 10 days remaining to comply, failure to which the NGO's Coordination Board says it shall take legal action against him without any further reference.
Tangu 85 hiyo nilipoingia bunge wa Mwingi North, ilikuwa Kitui North, ndio nilifanya urafiki na shirika moja la kutoka Cyprus. Askofu mzima kila wakati anafanya hapa akisaidiana hata na ndugu wengine Waislamu, alafu anasaidia watoto wa jamii maskini. Na hiyo pesa inawekwa tu, hakuna mamilioni, wakiangalia hata mamilioni watapata akaunti yenyewe. Hata mimi mwenyewe ndio najaribu kuweka pesa zingine kusaidia ili watoto wasifukuzwe.
On February 22nd this year, the board deregistered Nairobi governors, the Evans Kidero Foundation, for violating the NGO's Act of 1990 and froze its accounts as the Asset Recovery Agency moved in to undertake the audit of all assets held under the Kidero Foundation. Similar fate could be awaiting the opposition bigwig. Duncan Hemba, KTN.
Now, Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has called on doctors to return to work, saying the government is committed to improving their welfare. Uhuru said with modern medical equipment installed in hospitals through the managed equipment services and the reforms in the health sector, it means that the working conditions for doctors are improving. Speaking during a tour of Kiambu County today, Uhuru maintained that the government was willing to make a deal with doctors on what was practicable, but he insisted that the 2013 CBA cannot be implemented as it is illegal. During the public events today, Uhuru also challenged the opposition to concentrate on finding the presidential candidate instead of heaping criticism on the electoral body IEBC.
Msimamo wetu ni ule, msimamo wa kuunganisha Wakenya, msimamo wa kuleta amani na msimamo wa kufanya maendeleo ya kuboresha maisha ya mwananchi wa kawaida wa jamhuri hii yetu ya Kenya. Tunaelewana wenzangu?
Wale tunashindana na wao bado wanahangaika na vyama ya kikabila. Wengine bado wako ODM, wengine wako Wiper, wengine wako kwa chama sijui ya sisi kwa nyinyi, na wengine wako katika vyama vingine. Lakini sote wananchi wa kutoka sehemu mbalimbali tumeungana nyuma ya Jubilee tukiongozwa na Uhuru Kenyatta. Sawa sawa. Sikizeni nyinyi watu wa Kagwe. Tofauti kati ya Jubilee na wale watu wa mtego wa Naswa ni kama usiku na mchana.
Na wenzetu ukiwaona vile wanatembea, ukiwauliza ajenda yao ni nini, ajenda yao ni kutafuta vile wataungana kwa misingi ya kikabila ati ndio waweze wapigane na wengine. Badala ya kutuambia ni maendeleo gani watatuletea, badala ya kutuambia Kenya hii yetu sisi zote tutaipeleka wapi mbele, hao ni kulete mambo ya uchafu wa ukabila, ni kutuletea mambo ya kutusi wengine.
The Amani National Congress rally in Mombasa turned chaotic as a rivalry between supporters of Mombasa Governor Hassan Joho and Nyali MP Hezron Awiti played out again. Here's Francis Mtalaki with the details.
A Sukuti dance welcomed the Amani National Congress leaders in Mombasa. Led by their party leader Musalia Mudavadi, they made their way at Maweni Grounds, Nyali constituency here in Mombasa.
Muko tayari? A E Good.
And before dust settled, Nyali Member of Parliament Hezron Awiti Bolo took to the stage.
Asubuhi! Asubuhi! Jioni! Hey! Baba! Mama umechoka!
And the mood and response changed. Youth allied to ODM responding by calling the name of Governor Ali Hassan Joho, something that didn't go down well for the supporters of the Nyali Member of Parliament. This incident comes just a day after Coast Regional Coordinator Nelson Marwa warned politicians against incitement and chaos.
Hatutaruhusu chama moja kuja kuharibu mkutano ya wengine. I'm very sorry. Jaribu kwangu ikiwa na mkutano yangu hautaifanya. Kama wewe ni kiongozi, ruhusu wenzako waongee. Wafanye mkutano wao kwa amani, fanya yako. Lakini kama utajaribu kuharibu ya wengine, don't try awiti jobo.
If anybody tries it here, that one I can assure you folks, this time mtaona kazi vile inafanyika. Warmongers, inciters, wale wanatumia vijana, mageng, let them try. Hata awe nani, hata awe governor, awe mbunge, atachukuliwa.
Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi lashed out at the Jubilee government over corruption.
Marwa ameenda kuambia wale watu zile containers za bandia, zile clinics waondoe kule Miritini, hataki kujiona pale tena kwa sababu the truth has now come out. Mpaka county commissioner anaibika na hizo containers.
In December 12, 2016, Makupa OCS was punched in the abdomen when supporters of the two politicians lashed during the meeting at Tononoka grounds. Francis Mtelaki, KTN News, Mombasa.
Away from politics, and the Seventh-day Adventist students here in Kenya have welcomed the Court of Appeal ruling asking the state not to force them to attend classes on Saturdays. The ruling made by a 3-judge bench argues that SDA students ought to enjoy the freedom of worship as enshrined in the Constitution. And as Timothy Atieno reports, the ruling has triggered a national debate as some question what will happen when students from other religions start demanding to be let off on their days of worship.
Saturday service at the Nairobi Central SDA Church. It's a weekly activity that has these members drawn to this place of worship, ever so often paying homage to God. An activity protected by the Kenyan Constitution, and one that, according to a ruling on Friday, will have students across the country exempted from class to do the same.
Time that whatever you agree on.
In a ruling seen as a major victory for the church against the Ministry of Education, a 3-judge bench said that forcing students who observe their Sabbath on Saturday to attend classes was an infringement on their rights to worship.
We are extremely happy and glad that the courts ruled in favor of the Constitution itself, because the Constitution provides freedom of worship.
Education is not that you can put it over religion, because religion is more important than education.
The long and protracted legal battle to have students granted a day of rest out of the academic calendar began in 2013 when the church went to court suing the Ministry of Education for allowing students to do chores and attend preps on Saturday.
It's been a long walk in the struggle to have a situation where students are allowed to worship on the Sabbath day as is prescribed in the Bible. We have several schools which even though the Constitution allows freedom of worship, they have not been allowing the students to worship as free as they're supposed to be.
Education is important. However, we cannot succeed without God. Therefore, we should be given our day to worship God so that we can succeed in life.
But the ruling made by Judges Kathurima Mtwinoti, William Ouko and Asike Mahandia came on the backdrop of mounting opposition from the Office of the Attorney General, who believes that granting such leeway by the courts could be interpreted to mean that one religion is getting preferential treatment from the state in a country constitutionally regarded as a secular state.
Extend pia kwa Muslims pia. On kila Fridays, kila Muslim pia apewe chance yake au ship god wake venye pia wengine.
Wale Waislamu pia ambao wanafanya masomo ya shule mbalimbali, ninaomba waruhusiwe waende siku ya Jumaa mapema wafanye ibada yao warudi shuleni.
We all are here for a specific reason, and we are all here just because God set us to be here. And if you are given that opportunity to praise God, be it on Friday, be it on Tuesday, be it on Monday, I'm not saying like it's a must that you be given like a specific day, but it's a honor and privilege that we're given a specific day just to worship.
Seventh-day Adventists, known for their strict adherence to the Sabbath, as witnessed by the very head of the judiciary, whose religious affiliations some believe catapulted him to the apex of the judiciary, will most likely welcome the move that could see SDA students required to remain out of class on Sabbath day. The Court of Appeal directive has now overturned the 2013 High Court ruling stating that no rights of SDA students were being violated in being asked to attend class and school meetings on Saturday. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.
And just to recap for you, our Saturday night's poll question is drawn from that story by Timothy Otieno. We're asking you whether you support that ruling that SDA students should not be forced to attend classes on Saturdays. Here's some of what you're tweeting in tonight. Munene, you say SDS should be given that day and they should not attend classes. Same case to Muslims. Hillary Kemboy, you say they should go just like the others, go after they attend church service in the morning. Ayan Mesoto, you say I concur with the order since everyone has the freedom of worship, that should be upheld. Then there's Oliver Migere, you say I fully support. In fact, employees should not work as well. Baba Abbas, you say worshiping brings people close to their perceived creator, but this should not interfere with the school's program. Kiprop Kangenda, you say no need to be forced. Keep your thoughts coming. Tweet us at KTN News, at KTN Kenya. You can tweet me directly at Sophia Wanuna or send in a message on 22155. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Now, Wajir Governor Ahmed Abdullahi says a move by some elected leaders from Wajir to withdraw their support for him is a desperate attempt to divert attention following Sunday's endorsement by elders of the Degodia clan. Abdullahi spoke after chairman of the Wajir parliamentary group, Mohammed Elmi, said they were withdrawing support for Governor Abdullahi for allegedly failing to meet the aspirations of the electorate. Patrick Amimo delves deeper into the divisions over the Wajir County top seat.
The Serena Hotel in Nairobi is where 4 elected members of parliament, a nominated senator, and about 20 members of the Wajir County Assembly, led by Deputy Governor Abdihafidh Yaro, converged to denounce their governor, Ahmed Abdullahi. In a joint statement read by chairman of Wajir parliamentary group, Mohammed Elmi, the leaders accused the governor of failing to facilitate devolution.
We have formally withdrawn our support to the incumbent governor, Ahmed Abdullahi of Wajir, for failing to uphold and living to the aspirations of people of Wajir County by shifting and blatantly ignoring the principles of devolution.
This leadership, as you see in front of you, brought together different communities, shared out elective positions, and as a result, the current governor and his team were elected.
For the last 6 months, I have not spoken with the governor. He has turned the county as his own kind of personal property, where he is the sole decision maker in everything. He is the procurement manager, he is the finance manager, he is the accountant, he is the governor, he is the deputy governor, he is everything.
The Wajir governor was attending an ODM meeting in Naivasha en route to Nakuru for the devolution conference Monday and issued a quick rejoinder.
This is a desperate attempt by some members of parliament to try and divert attention from the mega endorsement that happened on Sunday in Wajir by elders of the Degodie community. And these are the same people who have fought me for the last 4 years, who have tried to derail our work on the ground.
The Degodia Council of Elders is split on the choice of gubernatorial aspirant. Chairman of the Degodia Council of Elders, Ibrahim Hussein, supports the incumbent, while a section of elders have defected and now support former minister and ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Abdi Mahmoud. The incumbent governor comes from the Degodia clan. His other competitors from the clan include economist Abdi Salah Sheikh and ambassador Mohammed Abdi. The Ogaden clan has endorsed Ahmed Mohammed Sheikh for governor. The Ajuran clan has endorsed Governor Abdullahi to run for the second term. Though Ambassador Mohammed Abdi attended the Nairobi meeting, leaders here did not disclose whether he will be the one to face off with the incumbent. In the 2013 polls, Mohammed Abdi contested on a URP ticket and was trounced by Abdullahi on ODM ticket.
We are no longer with the incumbent governor, His Excellency Ahmed Abdullahi. We are firmly declaring that soon we will be unveiling a different lineup, and that will be the line to watch in 2017.
And those who are opposed to me have every right to come together, design, concoct their lineup, and I also have the right to do the same. And the endorsements that I need are the ones that I have attained thus far on the ground from the elders and the women leaders and the youth leaders that matter.
The governor urged the leaders to sell their policies to residents of Wajir.
The elections for Wajir County will be held in Wajir County. They will not be held in Isli or in hotels in Nairobi.
Patrick Amimo, KTN News.
Nairobi gubernatorial aspirant and former presidential candidate Peter Kenneth has pledged to address water, garbage and congestion in Nairobi if elected on August the 8th. Kenneth, who met Muslim leaders in Nairobi this afternoon, termed the Nairobi governor Dr. Evans Kidero as his main opponent.
Isili is probably the busiest business center in Kenya today. And I said, you go to Westlands, you go to Karen, you go to Hurlingham, count the number of malls, count the number of transactions, count the number of businesses. Isili leads in all those. Yet, neglected, yet, nobody considers it a priority. Nobody thinks it should be the first point for a 24-hour economy. Things that would help build the economy of the city and to a larger extent the economy of the country. And the events that are currently taking place there are not good for Kenya's economy. Not just Isili. That is how petty we can be by not looking at the bigger picture.
Now, a senior official at Narok Standard Gauge Railway Camp found himself in a difficult spot after he failed to explain why local workers are allegedly being mistreated. Appearing before the Committee on Labour and Social Welfare of the National Assembly, the camp's liaison officer Wilson Zeng could also not explain why the Chinese had taken up more than 80% of local jobs at the camp.
Huyo mtu anatoka asindikishwe hapa. Ulisema mtu afujo atolewe. Anapiga mjumbe. Anaongeka.
You employed and you knew why you were employing people from China. You want to be given 7 minutes for what? You are telling us that you employed that doctor because he was doing general work and health work. We have people in Narok who can do the general work and the health work.
Kenya, there is freedom of worship.
Yes.
We have heard here that you don't allow people even to go to church. That they work throughout, if it's 30 days, not non-stop. Maybe this is where now the labor officer comes in. We need to know why employees are not allowed and off duty to go and worship their God. Secondly, and maybe this is the last one for me, I want you to confirm that you actually refused a vehicle to save a life. Somebody was dying outside your gate and you refused to give them a vehicle to be ferried to hospital.
You're watching Weekend Prime here on KTN News. We thank you so much for staying with us. A quick reminder of our Saturday night's poll. We're asking you whether you support the ruling that SDA students should not be forced to attend class on Saturdays. Keep your thoughts coming. KTN News, KTN Kenya, or at Sophia Wanuna. Would love to hear from you tonight. We're taking a break, but here's what's still ahead. Divisions get deeper over Baringo disarmament operation.